Hello, you beautiful nerds. Welcome to the Drunk Banthas podcast, where we talk about sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and all the popular art that we love. Also, we do it drunk. I am joined. I am joined as always. I'm sorry, I'm Jedi Master Grayson, your host, and I'm joined as always by my co-host and brother Bill. How you doing?
Oh man, I'm doing good. I'm doing great. I'm doing good. Doing great. How are you? It's motherfucking Monday.
Love a good Outcast reference. I am doing tip top, best day of my life. We have an amazing show for you guys tonight. We are talking The Beauty. We are talking A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. And as always, we're talking shit. But it's always better talking shit with friends. And he's practically family, but y'all just hate him because he's light skinned. What is up, Waylon?
Hey guys. Happy Monday.
Hyper.
Oh man. I know we said Eeyore, but it immediately made me think of do you guys remember when the internet was young, the Sensimilla Street? And just it's literally Sesame. It's supposed to be Sesame Street, but it's got Kermit the Frog, and they're all just on hard drugs. Like literally, Kermit's got a syringe coming out of the side of his face. It's awesome.
Oh my god,
man. That might be a new episode of Does It Hold Up, or not Does It Hold Up, but the Bantha Bunch show.
Just breaking down those original Charlie Bit My Finger, the Unicorn Charlie, all that shit. Salad Fingers.
The Drunk Baby.
Oh my god, salad fingers.
Yeah,
the drunk
yeah.
baby. Yeah, that should be episode 1.
The dancing baby is a phenomenon that should be looked into and explained for sure.
Back when the internet was pure and good.
Pure and good.
You could just nonstop break down Homestar Runner.
Back when people didn't really watch too much porn on there because it took like 30 minutes to watch it load up.
When it would do line by line.
You could just go get you a magazine. Way quicker.
It took you like 45 minutes.
Man, read a book, man. It's always better to read a book. No matter what kind of situation you're in, it's always better to read.
That was an interesting opening 3 minutes.
Good way to start the show.
Yeah, doesn't get any better than get it right here, baby. Can you straighten up, Alex? Or you?
No. I might ruin everything if I try to.
Okay. Oh, maybe if you.
I typically agree to that.
There we go.
Turn your shit up a little bit and then move over.
Oh man, if I'm gonna have to move and do all kinds of stuff
when we start.
Comic
Book Corner.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Before we get into Jeff's Comic Book Corner, I just want to remind you guys to tune in every Thursday to the Bantha Bunch. Bill, what are you guys going to be talking about this Thursday?
And this Thursday, we're going to be talking about the season finale of Fallout. That's right. Season 2 is over with, and they went out with a bang. So y'all make sure you come over. Check us out. It's a good time. If you've never been, it's kind of like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood mixed with sex. That's it. I mean, pretty much as accurate as a description as I can provide.
They start fucking. It was gross.
No, none of that.
That was always just soundstage 2 at Mr. Rogers' house.
But you know how Mr. Rogers used to have people come on over. Sometimes that's the show. Yeah. Sometimes I just be by myself. So who knows?
Did you guys ever hear those rumors that he always wore the cardigans because he was a Navy SEAL and had like tattoo sleeves? Yeah.
I actually just watched the documentary.
Man, I've heard that. I have to watch that documentary because I've heard that he's Bon Jovi's son. I mean, Bon Jovi's dad and shit. Like,
I liked it better when it was his son. Just time travel. I don't know which was a time traveler, but I believe it.
He's such a good-hearted person. He has to be from some future in which humankind is better.
Which we've destroyed by now.
I watched that documentary on a plane today on the way back to Los Angeles, and I must look crazy to everybody because I'm just sitting there crying the whole time. It's like he was such a good man.
You did look crazy. I tell you that right now. You look crazy.
It just took over my shoulder. It's like it's Mr. Rogers. What's this guy's problem?
Like, come on, man. Why are you crying over this man like that? It's been a long. Is it too soon? Is it too soon?
It's too soon. Oh my god.
Where?
Have you ever had the thought, hey, I don't have a shirt on? Well, then you should consider perusing through the Drunk Banthas merch store. Just head over to the store tab on our YouTube channel to check out all of our very cool merch. There's legitimately a lot of cool shit there. Oh, I probably shouldn't say shit in a commercial. Well, but anyways, head to the Drunk Banthas merch store where we have hats, hoodies, shirts, mugs, and a whole bunch of other cool shit with our stupid name on it. Stay safe, my little Banthas, and may the force be with you.
That was a thing. I often wonder why I'm not wearing shirts.
Right?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's an easy fix.
I know exactly why I'm not wearing a shirt, and it's always nasty.
Because it's America, and you're a free man.
Goddamn right, actually. Goddamn right. That's actually fucking run around here. I'll be chest naked if I want to. Make sure y'all fucking hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button if you're on YouTube.
So you can hear more banter like this.
Yeah.
See some wonderful banter like this. Simulation Presents said, "What up, y'all? Thank you."
What's up, man?
No.
What's up, TSP?
Simulation Presents, man. What do I got for him? What do I got for him? There we go.
Oh, round of applause.
Goddamn right you do.
Please hold your applause till the end because I figure it's about time to go ahead and get into our first topic of the night. We're going to be going down Jeff's comic book corner. Jeff, what are we talking about today?
I didn't read shit. No. Obviously, we're keeping up as we always do. We'll do the first 2 issues of a book on the live. So we're doing the second issue of The Beauty, keeping with the show. So, if you'll remember, we left off with Foster literally just, Detective Foster looking in a mirror and just going, fuck, because he had realized he had been infected with the Beauty. And from there, we cut to this issue where we start with just some people reporting on the news that happened in the last issue. Remember that woman who had the Beauty? She was on the subway and she had caught fire. Well, turns out authorities are saying that it was just a crazy accident. There were faulty wires, there were flammable substances around, and although it's an absolute freak accident, unfortunately, this is the sort of thing that can happen. And it's just coincidence that the woman who caught on fire was afflicted with the Beauty. And, it's just typical talk show. They keep going. They keep talking like, man, crazy, right, Karen? She's like, oh, of course. And she goes in and she's, continuing with the next story. Our correspondent, Josie, was found in her home last, and her co-anchor just coughing and, excuse me, I'm so sorry. And Karen's like, it's okay. And she goes back to, found in her home. And he starts coughing more. And you'll notice there's a little bit of blood. And then, like the woman from the first issue, just bursts into flames. Crazy spontaneous combustion. The difference here, it's on morning talk show. Like, this is like Good Morning America in the beauty world. So this isn't a freak accident that we can sweep under the rug. Millions of Americans saw this as it was happening. From there, we cut back to the police station and the bullpen, and we see Foster's partner. She's on the phone. She's like, listen, I don't know where the fuck you are, but shit has hit the fan. You need to get over here. And while she's talking with him, Foster, opens the door and walks in, and she looks over, and she's like, listen, just I know you were, I don't know what's going on. Like, you're supposed to be here an hour ago. I mean, what are you doing, you jackass? And she looks over, and as she sees him, she just goes, shit. because obviously you can tell immediately he's got the beauty. And she's like, how did you get infected? And she grabs him and pulls him off into like a little side room before anyone can see. And she's like, how? What? How could this happen? You're infected. Wait. Your wife, Jana, she's infected? Christ, Foster, do you know what this means? And then she seems to notice his hands all bandaged up. And that's when she starts getting really worried because, I mean, regardless of whether or not she's a detective, she's put two and two together. He's got the beauty. That means he had to get it most likely from his wife. That means his wife probably cheated on him. His hands are all bandaged. She's immediately like, what did you do? Where's your wife? And then we get Foster saying, I don't know. We argued. She left. I don't know where she went. We'll talk about this later. And his partner's like, you goddamn right we will. And one quick thing I want to note here is in this scene, in this image, I should just say, I feel like Foster was a lot like how Constantine was intentionally made to look like Sting. I feel like in this image, Foster was made to look like Colin Farrell, which I was kind of expecting him when the show was announced, but c'est la vie. So anyway, from there, they go and they start talking to De Silva, who you'll remember is the medical examiner, forensics expert, all that jazz. And De Silva's just staring at Foster, and she's just like, shut the fuck up, De Silva. And he's like, okay. And they look down at that device that the guy that was shooting at them in the last issue was very clearly trying to get at. It's a bomb, right? But De Silva just flat out says, nope, not a bomb. You're like, what? What the hell else is he? Goes, no clue. Like, it will let a chemical agent out, but there's no explosive material. There's no shrapnel, no fire. It will just it's like an aerosol that'll continuously release. I'm like, but that doesn't make sense. Like Eddie, the guy from before, like he was shooting at us. He was running. He was trying to hide it. Like he died for this. The guy's like, listen, De Silva's like, I'm not saying it's not dangerous. I mean, you put anthrax in there, put it in a crowd of people, it's going to affect a lot of people. A lot of people will die. But she's sitting here, and I feel bad because I can't remember her name off the top of my head. She's like, but that doesn't make sense either. Eddie said it save you all. And unsurprisingly, Foster's just like, I just can't do that. And he storms off. Eventually, they end up in the chief of police, maybe the captain, probably a captain, in his office. He's just like, oh man, like this is so weird. Like I can't even look at you. Because remember, like the beauty, it's not just that like it makes you super hot. Like, no. It like the perfect version of yourself. And he's sitting there, and it's such a jarring transformation. The captain's like, I can't even look at you. He's like, this is just too, there's so much for one day. And like, we got you, and we got the subway thing. We got, the morning news. We got Brandon. That's the doctor from the CDC. She's breathing down my neck. She says we have to do a friggin' press conference to smooth it all over. He's like, oh God, you know what? I know what might help. He pulls that bottle. He's like, yeah? And so he's like 10 in the morning, started to just drink. I'm going to assume gin. That seems like the morning drink. While they're sitting there like, no, we're good. Like, yeah, this sucks and this is bad, but no. And meanwhile, she's sitting there. She's like, you want us to go and do a press conference to cover this up? Like, the beauty's out. It's killing people. And the captain's like, no. Whoa. We don't know that. Yeah, there's some coincidences. And yeah, it's literal spontaneous human combustion, which, that shouldn't be possible. And yeah, it's only happening to beauty so far. But we don't know for sure that the beauty's causing this. And they're sitting there like, come on, man. What? He's like, listen, it doesn't matter. You can't say it. You two need to get your heads on straight. He points at Foster, and he's like, listen, man, I don't care. I know what it seems like. Yeah, obviously it seems like we got A, we got B, A plus B equals C. But you know what? You got to do what we're being told. This comes from up top. So you're gonna get your head on straight, go get cleaned up, come back, and then you're gonna do this fucking press conference." And they're like, "Fine, whatever." And they storm off. And they end up going back over to Foster's house. And while they're in there, it is a mess. The place is destroyed. And she's like, "Jesus, Foster, what did you do, man?" And he's like, I was looking in the mirror and I didn't even recognize myself. And he's like, it was only after that I realized, I saw it in her. Like, and this is the part where it's like, oh, it's a weird, like, sweet moment. But he's like, "I've always thought she's the most beautiful woman on earth. I never thought she could be more beautiful. So I didn't even notice it when she was. I didn't want to notice it." And he's like, "But, there she was. Beautiful, perfect, and ruined." He's like, "I saw it, and all I wanted to do was smash it." And we see he did. Like, there's broken lamps, there's holes in the wall, like destroyed furniture and pictures. And he's like, "But I couldn't do it." Like, as angry as I was, as much as I wanted to tear it down, I could not, and I would not ever hurt her. So fuck it, I smashed everything else. And that's what his partner's like again, like, "Where's Jana?" And he's like, "She left. She packed a bag. I don't know. I don't want to know." And he's just like, I can't stay here. Well, we get this image of him, perfect now, looking in this broken mirror. Just a really good metaphor, I guess visual metaphor, for obviously exactly how he's feeling. And so, his partner's like, he's like, "I don't trust her." And his partner's like, "It'll get better." And he's like, No, not her, Brandon. And then we cut to Brandon in this office building. And she's waiting in a chair, and like some weird guy in a trench coat and fedora comes out. We don't see any features. The only part of the guy we see are his hands. And after he walks by, Brandon gets called into this office. And when she gets into the office, we see this guy. He's looking out the window. He's like, and he's talking. He's like, "Over 200 million Americans infected with the beauty, and every one of them is going to die." And he goes, "But they don't have to. If the FDA approves this treatment, not a single one has to die." And so now they start talking, and Brandon's like, "I get what you're saying, but you're talking about Band-Aids on bullet wounds. We can't keep holding this up. There's 14 deaths. I'm doing everything I can, but we can't keep this facade going any longer." And the guy just looks at her and goes, "You're going to do exactly that. I need you to get out there, do another press conference, stick to the stupid fucking lie. Because I need the 24 hours that lie is going to buy." And she's like, "Come on, Senator," which is the first time we realize that this is a United States Senator. She's like, "There's just no one's buying it." And he goes, "Listen, this is an epidemic, but it's like unlike one that anyone. I mean, this isn't like Ebola or anything. People were asking for this. 24 hours. That's all I need." And then he says, "But that brings us to another point. Those detectives." Oh, that was her name, Vaughn. Thanks, Senator Evil Man. He's like, "Those detectives of yours, Foster and Vaughn, you better shut them up." And she's sitting there and she's like, "I mean, I can't. Come on, they're under my thumb. I'm working out of their precinct. They'll do whatever I say." And he's like, "Good." And she's like, and I'll tell you what, if I can't, you can send your guy in. And he goes, "Good. Because if you can't handle it, you know what happens next. You know who I call. And neither of us wants him to get involved." So from there, we cut back to the precinct. And Vaughn and Foster are just straight up in a police precinct, picking a lock and breaking into Brandon, CDC woman's office. And they're going through her files and stuff, and they're talking. And they're like, "Come on, this is horrible. Like, something's going on here. Like, I mean, people, if you have the beauty, you're dying. Like, Vaughn, you're dying. I'm dying. My wife's dying. And I don't know. Nothing's okay." And Brandon knows something. And Vaughn pulls out a file. And she's like, I think I got it. And they look at it, and they're like, "Fuck." And they open up the file. And here's the thing. There are so many of the exact same cases. And not only are there so many different cases of people, of these corpses that have clearly been burned out by the beauty, they're going back like months. They've known about it for so long. This is nothing new. And they even had another one in Japan that day. So anyway, after that, they get called off to that press conference. And the captain's like, oh, yeah, crazy accident, wiring combustible liquids. I mean, 1 in a million, the subway. Who would have known? And the fact that she was a beauty, that had nothing to do with it. Don't worry about that. Like, hey, look over here. And, we're going to have our leader of the beauty crimes task force, Detective Foster. Come on up. Tell him, Foster. Let him know. Nothing we could have seen. And Foster goes up. He's like, thanks, Captain. Evidence said that, this was a tragic accident. We don't believe it could have been anything, like not a terrorist action. And he's like, I mean, obviously, there's no evidence that there was foul play. It wasn't a murder. And he goes, it wasn't an act of aggression. He goes, but this wasn't an accident. And he starts talking. He's like, listen, the beauty, and immediately Captain's like pulling him off stage. Brandon's turning to someone and be like, get him the fuck out of here. Some random guys are coming up, literally putting their hands on Foster, moving him off. Foster's knocking them the fuck out. And him and Vaughn are in the hallway, and they're talking with Brandon. She's like, what do you think you're doing? You had your talking points. There's no evidence. And Foster steps and said, you shut the fuck up. We know that this isn't new. We know that you know. And furthermore, we know that you've been covering this up. And she's like, this is a matter of national security. Like, you don't know what you could have just compromised. And And Foster just goes, the beauty's killing people. And she just goes, you have no idea what's going on. And even if he did, that's not your announcement to make. It's way above your pay grade. And Vaughn's like, this is bullshit. And Brandon's like, you work for me now. So blah, blah, blah. Like, go home, get out of here. And they start walking off. And they go they're in the parking garage. They're getting into their cars and stuff. And Vaughn's like, you don't throw any little fit? And he goes, no, I hate her. Come on. And she's like, okay, come on. And so what are we supposed to do? Like, yeah, she sucks. And yeah, people need to know, but like, we gotta be smart about this. He's like, I don't know. He's like, I'm not, with everything going on, I'm not thinking straight. I can't focus. And while he's not focusing, people shoot him. These weird 4 guys in these masks come up and just, and she's like, get that. And Vaughn's like, get that, pushing him out of the way, and like gets him behind a car. And he's like, oh shit. And they're hiding behind a car as these 4 crazed gunmen in masks walk up. And Vaughn's just like, fuck. And that's the end of issue 2.
Okay.
Yep.
That's pretty crazy. Not well, you know what? I'll first ask, how do you think that this stacks up to the just like after seeing these 2 issues, and as far as we are in the Beauty TV series, which one do you think like narratively is like playing out this lore? Because it seems like they're going in very different directions.
So I see little bits that I'm like, okay, that's clearly where they drew this from. That's clearly where they drew that from. Like we'll see later tonight when Cooper, yeah, when Cooper is talking with Jordan and everything, he's like, you were always beautiful. That's clearly an allegory to Foster talking about his wife. And like, no, she was perfect. And now the beauty's ruined her in this shit. And I think clearly, like, we don't want to bring him in on this. I think that's clearly our Cyclops. So I think there's small parallels, but I think that the fact that they still made sure to set the show at minimum 2 years before the comic is a big part of this as well. Yeah, I think it was a smart way of them giving themselves wiggle room.
Yeah, there are things about like this issue, like specifically what homeboy Colin Farrell was going
Foster,
through. Yeah, with his wife and saying like how making her perfect like kind of ruined her, which I'll kind of get into that in the episode we'll talk about later.
You sure will.
Yeah, but I feel like like that kind of thing was like more obviously said rather than just like being like more subtly said in the show. But I'm enjoying. I like the comic so far, and it makes me interested to see. This is like got 30 issues, right?
Yeah, I think like 27.
Okay.
I've read the first 5. I'll say this. The things they do to try to contain the issue not being the beauty so much as the spontaneous combustion, go in a different direction. And it's one of those is the cure worse than the disease sort of situations.
Okay.
And remember, the disease is spontaneous human combustion. So, fun stuff.
Yeah, that's a pretty horrible disease.
Sure is.
It seems like we might have somebody at the door right now. Is there somebody? Is there somebody at the front door? I'm peeking through the blinds. I'm peeking through the blinds. Is he a clone? Is he a variant? Who's to say? Is only him.
A Knight of the 7 motherfucking kingdoms. I remember that.
Put some respect on his name, goddammit.
Welcome back to the show, man.
What you
What
ever
up,
do?
Producer T?
I guess this is a good time as any since we just talked about Beauty, the comic book. By the way, thank you, Jeff, for taking us down, JCC. But it's time to get into our next topic of the night. We should get in. We should talk about FX's new original series, The Beauty.
It must be your booty.
What a cold-blooded backstory this episode was. I did not expect that. My whole thing was, I was thinking one of the that rich lady. I thought maybe she was the one that was going around, like she stole it, and she was that mystery lady who gave it to the black guy assassin that we now have.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
She's one of the corrupt people who stole it, but obviously that's not her.
Yeah.
No, it was not.
Sure, it sure seems like it's not.
Sure seems like it's not, unless you're gonna
pretty strong evidence.
Hi. Oh no, cold-blooded, efficient, ruthless. He killed his own people at the end. Like, God damn.
He kills your own people.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get into the craziest thing.
Between two people is to kill the other one, huh?
Yeah, let's go ahead and get into the craziest thing that happens in this episode. We're talking the Beauty, episode 5, The Beautiful Billionaires.
When she burns that beautiful painting, I agree.
Yeah, I was like, why do that?
Oh, I got time. We got to talk. We're going to talk about that. Trust me.
Shout out to Isabella Rossellini. But in a flashback, Byron joins a group of fellow billionaires in gathering for an exclusive trial for an experimental gene therapy developed by Ray. After transforming, Byron kills the other billionaires and witnesses before kidnapping Ray to ensure he becomes the sole proprietor of Ray's work. So yeah, this was a pretty dark turn for this character.
I got a random question for y'all.
What it do?
Do y'all think that after he was hired on and got the script, Billy Eichner was like, wait a minute. They all need this because they're so old that some of them can't even walk straight. And I'm just what? I'm just that ugly? Fuck you.
Yeah, if I was Billy Eichner, I would be offended.
Right? Just at least a little bit.
I ain't looking at it that way.
That was my first thought when I saw him and all the octogenarians.
He wasn't even like walking with a limp or anything.
No.
Yeah.
I'm assuming because he was like the third richest one out of there, because there's like Byron had said the richest man in the world.
yeah.
And then I think another guy was like 70 billion. And then
wasn't the dude from the OC the poorest at like only 16 billion?
Yeah, the guy with the cane had
poor bitch.
And then Billy Eisner character had 40 million because he was like a crypto dude. So maybe because he had a lot of money.
Yeah, he was a crypto dude.
Mm.
Yeah. I wish that broke bitch would come around here talking to me. Talking about third richest nigga, broke ass nigga.
I saw in a podcast actually that Ashton Kutcher, he was like, because he plays, obviously now we know the younger, well, we had Vincent D'Onofrio playing the old version of Ashton Kutcher, or Ashton Kutcher's playing the young version, whatever, however you want to see it. But
the beautiful version.
He's playing he's playing the new version.
Yeah, the new version, the substance version.
So for reference on IMDb, it's listed as the name and then in parentheses post beauty.
Post beauty. Okay, yeah, he's playing post beauty Vincent D'Onofrio. But he was saying that he was like watching a lot of his performance to like get his mannerisms and stuff like that, so he can so basically he's in his eyes he's doing like an impression of Vincent D'Onofrio. Like, makes sense. I'm not sure if you guys are.
I don't know. I think it was both. I think we got a face-off type of situation where they're playing each other, because it very much so felt like to me Vincent D'Onofrio was just like, I'm going to try to sound like a rich asshole, like a young rich asshole but like kind of goofy, kind of like maybe like a guy in the 70s who's like in high school and he like has a van with a bunch of friends in the basement. I'm gonna try to like get one of those. Like, yeah, I'm gonna do that.
I don't know. I feel like D'Onofrio's playing like some weird guy that like reads his journals and then like goes back and changes the past or some weird shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it seems like he's got an inspiration from somewhere.
Yeah. But I will say, you forget that Ashton Kutcher is actually like a serious actor sometimes.
Well, yeah, like
he takes his job serious.
Butterfly Effect is good, but we also forget that motherfucker got some weird friend. Never been accused of anything other than being with Mila Kunis a little too soon, but got some weird friends. He got some weird friends. Y'all be careful around his friends. Not saying be careful around him.
And he did start out, he is an actor, and obviously that has a lot to do with actor, and that has a lot to do with keeping up visual appearance. But he got into the game. He got it
as an underwear model. So
yeah, that's just what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Fine, I won't model my underwear.
But then
I'm misliking that 70s show.
If it was up anywhere, I'd watch it. It's not up anywhere anymore.
Anyway,
but in the present, Cooper verifies Jordan's identity and embraces her. Upon learning what happened to her, he promises to help her avert the infection side effects, insisting that it's contact with the authorities to avoid being quarantined. Wow, that sentence is terrible. Anyway, but yeah, they reconcile. We get to see. We get to see not Rebecca Hall. And I don't know. I'm not buying this as a more beautiful
Rebecca Hall's butt though.
I know.
I was about to say we finally did not see black man booty this time. We saw some white butt.
Some white man butt too.
I know it's not a kosher thing to say, but I'll say the premise of this show, I feel it's all right to bring this up. While Jess Alexander is absolutely beautiful, no, she's not more beautiful than
Rebecca Hall.
Thank you, Rebecca Hall. Like just no.
She just got better. She just got better clothes.
Rebecca Hall is, I would say, top 10 most beautiful people on the planet.
Yeah, they should have got somebody like Fortune Feimster or something like that.
God damn.
That's like I forget who the comedian was. But they were saying, like, so they came out with the Barbie movie, and they're like, hey, maybe it's not just how you look, it's also like who you are on the inside. And I gotta say, Hollywood, if your goal is to be like, it's not just about looks, maybe Margot Robbie is not the best choice to go with. One of the most.
Oh man, that was like a real life beauty
And the beauty.
body shame, like, what do you call it? PR. What do you call it? What do they call that shit?
Jeff getting canceled?
A public service announcement.
Oh yeah,
PSA.
PSAs, yeah. But yeah, like, this doesn't really move the plot forward. We just kind of get to see Evan Peters trust not Rebecca Hall, and we get these little conversations about beauty standards, and whether just like getting a cup of coffee is like more important than being like love for who you are or whatever. Did you guys like any like the philosophical conversation here? Did you just feel like this is sort of a filler episode beyond all the craziness with the Ashton Kutcher's character? T, I'll let you go first.
No, I enjoyed it. I like the backstory. I kind of wanted to see like how this was created. So it seems like it was a collab project of a bunch of billionaires giving all their money to one scientist to let them do whatever to make this shit for them. But goddamn, I just can't get over how you brought that bag in. The doctor was like, "What's this bag?" No, it's my personal stuff. It's my personal stuff. Don't touch it. Assault rifle, just oozing them out. Had all the staff in the house just killed, burnt the building, killed the dudes that did the killing to make sure they couldn't talk. I was kind of shocked that when they didn't show a scene with the helicopter landing to where he neneeds to be, that he then killed the helicopter people too.
Oh, I completely forgot that I actually ripped a clip from the episode from the episode.
Take that message to your people.
Which, makes no sense, because how are they supposed to take the message if you kill them all? Stupid.
Yeah, it's, poor logic.
I mean, some people just don't think through.
Um,
Very Kelso.
Meanwhile, the assassin and Jeremy torture a man named Nate, who contracted the virus from a sex worker and spread it to several people for for information before Byron orders the assassin to eliminate Cooper. As Cooper and Jordan return to the former's apartment, they find Nate's corpse and the Nefer hieroglyph on the wall. Yeah, sorry. That's
Some of those were words.
Yeah, some of those. Some of those.
I said, well, let's see how we say that.
So basically, Cooper's being threatened. They know that he's making headway on his investigation, and they're threatening him. Bill, are you interested in seeing how like Cooper, because like now he's like very invested in saving not Rebecca Hall, because she's got like maybe a year and a half to live. Are you interested in seeing how that clash is gonna come about?
Man, not really. I kind of got. First of all, I kind of got mad at this episode because I knew what was about to happen.
Yeah,
halfway, most of the episode. As soon as this nigga pulled up happier than everybody about the shit, I was like, oh, he finna kill everybody. You know why I knew he was about to kill everybody? Because we ain't heard nothing about none of these people that they introduced in this episode. We ain't seen nobody else with this beauty. And it's just too many of these other niggas to not have to need a shot. He need a shot all the time, so they gotta need a shot all the time. We ain't seen none of them. So I was just like, everybody gonna die in this motherfucking episode.
Why I thought the rich lady might have been that same lady who was spreading it around, like as some sort of revenge plot or something. It still could be a small possibility, but
it ain't no still, it can't be no small possibility because all them motherfuckers is dead.
When they showed
she's blonde, this lady in this episode was blonde, the other lady was a dark haired lady. So it's just a
hair dye exists.
Man, look, you're trying to say that this could have happened, but the episode is over. It wasn't
when
he murdered everybody. But
yeah, when D'Onofrio was like, no, not the bag, it was like, all right, that's either a gun or money. And the second they showed Ashton going for it, I was like, gun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was
a bag
bias for me when he said that because he was looking too hype and happy. He might have been on Molly because like dude came in there and in his
Burning Man out.
Yeah, his Burning Man outfit. He's
burner.
I'm a burner. I was like, yo, this is why you should listen.
Sure are.
This is why you should not hang out with people who go to Burning Man. I'm just trying to all of the. I guarantee you, everybody with a like trailer at Burning Man is in the Epstein files. I'm willing to go out on that limb and say they gonna be in there. So I would stay away from that type of place.
And by the way, how fucking greedy is that scientist?
Sorry, I just want to say that that is the storyline that I'm most focused on is Vincent D'Onofrio now and
going to Burning Man.
Kutcher's character. I'm more so now interested in them as opposed to the last time I was just like, typical James Bond bad guy, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now we get a little backstory. I'm with it.
Well, so yeah, okay, agreed. Which I'll before I get to that part, how greedy is that damn scientist? He's won 2 Nobel Prizes. He's already got $2 million. So it's just like, man, come on, dude.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're blaming the scientists,
right?
So many peace prizes.
But one thing I kept thinking about during this, and I'm thinking I might be every episode that goes on, I think I'm closer and closer to right. I think our Cyclops buddy might be D'Onofrio, Ashton D'Onofrio's son.
Ooh, the first son? Like
the one he was saying like
he was proud of, the one he was like,
yeah. No, I think it's the other son.
Oh, you think? Wait a minute.
I think the one that like, why can't he just get his shit together? I think this might be him.
I could have sworn.
No, I don't think the ages line up.
The ages don't need to line up anymore.
No, I mean like beforehand, the ages don't line up.
Well, what's his name?
Cyclops man said he's in his 60s.
He said 1961, so he'd be 65 in this.
And D'Onofrio was what, 76?
I don't know how D'Onofrio was.
I'm saying, the ages don't line up.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know which one it is, but I just remember what Terrence Howard's son said. I remember. I remember basically everything he said because I don't trust that nigga, man.
So like I'm saying, like the ages don't line up because Homeboy said he was in his 60s. So
that's a good point. Okay, yeah. Man, I was hoping that was gonna be it.
That would have been cool. I'm not gonna lie and say that's not cool. But what I was thinking is like, whoa, they have to be like homies from back in the day, right? Like,
we're gonna see him, right? Like we're gonna see him in a flashback or something, right? He's too big of a character.
We got it.
I'm sure he'll get his own flashback. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say I think because we've gotten flashbacks, I think we're going to end up keep that kind of pattern. Because how many episodes is this show?
I got IMDb up.
Yeah, I'm not gonna guess. I was just gonna say.
I'm gonna guess
10.
Ooh, 10.
It's 10 episodes, and that was episode. Oh, sorry, excuse me. It is 11 episodes, and we're covering episode 5 today.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I bet you're gonna really three at the last.
Is the assassin dude in the book? That dude.
So when Agent Brandon from the CDC, when she's outside the senator's office, that guy that walks by in the trench coat with the fedora, who we don't see his face at all. I think that's supposed to be him, because then afterwards, when the senator and Brandon are talking, and the senator's like, "If you can't get these detectives under control, we'll call him," and you won't and you know how he operates. I think those two were supposed to be references to him.
I think you're right. You know why? Because that's how they say black people. You know, it's code for black. Because when he comes around, you know, they
when one of those is in the neighborhood,
you know how they act. You know what I'm saying?
Tends to get a little dark in here.
Yeah. I think that's what it was. You know, he listens to jazz music.
Out there smoking one of those jazz cigarettes.
Speaking of which, but any final thoughts on this episode before we move on to our next topic?
How about, I think so with new booty. What's her name?
The actress's name
Judy? Is it Judy? No, the character's name. Sorry,
Jordan Bennett.
That's right. Michael Jordan. I should know that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
she's clearly 23 years old, so that makes sense.
She seemed like there's some side effect of this virus that we quite haven't gotten, because we haven't seen someone catch it early without exploding, right? So I'm like, maybe this bitch is fighting off the absolute urge to procreate, because a virus acts in a way that it has to try to recreate itself.
Well,
oh wait, hold on. I sound kind of. So
and,
I think that this virus is trying to recreate itself, and it is mutating, because they did say in like the first 3 episodes that it's changing, and like people are dying, I guess, quicker or whatever, because it's supposed to be 2 years, but then they said the one person died like 1.5 years or maybe.
Well, and Ashton's got to do now, like they were saying, like, oh, you got to do your injections more often, like they're not lasting as long.
Yep, and then he got that holiday dose we talked about.
that was just so funny.
So yeah, I think that is kind of what we're dealing with here. We dealing with
very
well. It also seems to have
fighting off these symptoms that are apparently make you want to fuck more. She just learned. She knows for a fact she got this through fucking, and she just tried to jump down this nigga's throat.
Very sure, yeah.
That was weird. But he was also like, "Yeah, bitch, you lying."
Well, in her defense, she was going in for a kiss. So most STDs aren't transferable just through.
I don't know what she did
saliva. But also, I would say it's exhibiting signs of rabies. The high temperature, they immediately want water and need water, and the rage.
That's interesting.
And I am rabies did to you, except the foaming in the mouth.
Well, the foaming in the mouth is partly because you want water, but you have a phobia of water.
So
it's real fucked up.
That's why you gotta just shoot them.
Yeah. Well, it's also incurable. So
that's how we did our cousin back in the day. He shot him, took him in the back, and said, I said, damn.
R.I.P. Reggie.
I'm gonna always get my shot.
R.I.P. Reggie. Only thing
rabies Reggie.
Yeah, that's what we called him up until the day he died. But only thing I want to say is, like, I'm not sure if they'll get into it on this show, but I'm curious how the virus works as far as like the beauty. Does it create your new form based on like social beauty standards, or is it like what you personally see yourself as like the perfect version of yourself? Like, I'm curious how that works.
Well, it's supposed to make you the perfect version of yourself, which that takes care of like the muscle mass and like, you know, getting rid of the fat and things like that, just because to be the best genetic version of yourself, you don't want to have any chance of heart disease or obesity related illnesses. And then there are arguments and studies that being physically attractive is an evolutionary advantage for you as well. So maybe somehow acting on that part of it. I don't know.
Any final thoughts?
You know what? We going into some pretty deep corners of, the psychosis of beauty in this in our coverage of this so far. There's been a few times,
I'm real curious what they mean. What is beauty?
Because it doesn't just make you a younger version of yourself. Is the other part.
And that's what we found out today. It makes you a more sexual person. It makes you a more desirable person. Like there's some kind of pheromone going on.
I was going to say that. Like, is there a pheromone that these people produce? Because Jordan was looking at that man, like before she caught it, she was like, just, all right, give me some dick. And then afterwards, when Jordan was with old boy and they was about to kiss, he looked like he had to like snap out of something. Like he had to like be like, oh, something's going wrong. And she was staring at him like a dog, like a milk bone, like just.
She did in fact.
Yeah, been there.
What the hell? Oh, look. Anyway. But, yeah, I believe that is. I believe. Fuck it, I'll pay the fine. I'll
broke Bill.
Copyright. I'll take the copyright here.
Yeah, I guess is that a good enough time as any to move on, or did you?
Yeah, Whiskey the Mystery. Check it out. Nerds at Night on the Nerds at Night YouTube channel. And maybe we'll start dropping some of the older episodes on the X. Get that.
And check out Blake's screen breakdowns before we got the new one out later this month.
He must be salivating at the mouth with this new one.
He's had a tent outside the theater since last week.
He's had a chance for the last 3 weeks.
Is he already tickets at the Bob Bullock for the IMAX?
I think he's probably going to do Alamo.
No? Nobody?
Still?
In his pants? Nobody?
I left.
Pants party? Party.
But anyway, moving right along to our last topic of the night, we need to talk about HBO's original series. That's right. A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, episode 4, 7. I know that sounds confusing. But yeah.
Do what now?
This episode was,
This episode came out early. First of all, fuck them. They did not want to fuck with the Super Bowl. It came out on Wednesday. So really hard for a nigga to remember some shit.
That's smart.
I still didn't watch it till yesterday. I was like, I'm not watching shit early. You ain't gonna make me watch nothing early. You ain't
I
gonna
gotta watch it. I be on YouTube too much. The whole shit's gonna be. I basically will have watched the whole episode by the time I wait to go watch it. If I wait that long, it's beauty, because we seem to be the only people fucking covering beauty. Like 3 other YouTubers, and shout out to y'all. Just don't remember your names right now.
With the stars,
that one chick, Nine knows.
Yeah,
Isabella Rossellini.
We're trying to get her on the show. It's just we told her Thursdays, or Nine told her Thursdays on accident, and so yeah, we're just trying to work out those confusions.
Oh, so he's a liar.
Miscellaneous Gab, yeah.
You sit on a throne of lies.
But yeah, let's get into this crazy episode. Egg tells an imprisoned Dunk that his real name is Aegon Targaryen, and explains that he lied to become a squire after his brother Darion refused to participate in the tournament. Baelor informs Dunk that Darion has also accused him of kidnapping Egg. Dunk requests a trial by combat, but Arian demands a trial by 7.
Woo!
Lore clarifies that Dunk must find 6 knights to fight beside him in a 7 versus 7 joust at dawn or face punishment.
Let's
Now,
implore, there cannot be any spoilers for the next few episodes because Alex has not read the book and does not like spoilers. So he has absolutely no idea what's
I
going on.
will not spoil any more than what was spoiled for me, which was that this is the story about Aegon the Unlikely and how he met Duncan the greatest Kingsguard ever. Okay, that's the only thing I was going to spoil was who these two people are. Now that it's been revealed, I am mum.
Okay, but though the stakes for this episode are like really really high, it still manages to be hilarious.
Dying laughing.
Yeah, this is what'd you say, Alex? High concept comedy. This is a future Drunkies award in the future, like next
Absolutely.
not this year's, but next year's Drunkies award. And Alex, do you want to tell the people what the Drunkies award?
Yes. The Drunkies are an annual award show where we celebrate all of our favorite movies and television shows from last year in sci-fi and horror. Got some really great categories this year. Best upsetting birth, but also the best high concept comedy, best high concept drama, best twin performance. A lot of really great nominees, but you can go into the post section of the Drunk Banthas channel so you can make your vote.
What date is it?
I do not remember.
It is February the 22nd, February 22, and it's on a Saturday, I think. I don't know. Let me check.
I think it is on a Saturday.
It's definitely
Sunday.
Sunday. Sunday.
It's on a Sunday?
If it's on the 22nd.
Yep, there is a Sunday.
Right on. So we will see you guys on February 22nd for the Drunk Banthas Awards. It's always a fun time.
Get your votes in.
But yeah, this is definitely going to be a best high concept comedy nominee for next year because it's fucking hilarious.
I think the stakes make it easy for it to be a little funnier in a way because it's so off-putting, and life is like that, right? Like real life is like that. Bad shit be happening and we be laughing. Like it's because you can't help but do anything but laugh in certain terrible situations. And so I think that's the part of the reason is for like you 100% just comedy, even in the midst of these life or death stakes. This is like old medieval times type shit. Like motherfucker, this is you gonna die at some point very early in your life.
Yeah, statistically,
Ripe old age of 32.
Yeah, even if you don't just like slap somebody who just happens to be highborn.
Yeah, at the age of 30 and 2 years. Something like that. That's how they say it in this motherfucking book. Oh, wait, you on mute, Terry.
It's the opposite. It'd be 2 and 30.
2 and 30. Yeah, that's how they be saying it on this in this
2
book.
and 30.
He lived to be 2 and 30 years.
Simulation Persist said in the chat, I like and hate this show. Please elaborate. He says, no, don't mind if I do. He says it's clear that there are 4 1 hour long episodes of content, but they decided to split them in half so that they always ended with weird points. So do you guys feel like that, like they have weird cliffhangers?
I think that this was supposed to be a movie, or I think that they put this together thinking this could be a movie, at least maybe the script, because if you just were able to watch this straight, back to back, I feel like it would feel like a movie. And me and Terry were talking about it at the beginning of this show, like, how they gonna make this whole season into one story that is very short in the whole novella. So it was like, how they gonna do this? But I'm gonna tell you one thing they've done is they've done it well. They have done it well.
I like the way that they're using the time on this show, because like I don't feel like it necessarily ends at weird points. I feel like the cliffhangers just like sort of adds to like the anticipation for the next episode. And yeah, I don't think like the half-hour nature is off. Like, I don't crave an hour-long episode, especially if the story doesn't demand it. Like, just like I hate shows that overstay their welcome. So I'm enjoying the format. What about you, Jeff?
I don't know. I don't feel like I'm getting a lot out of this show.
It's just not watching it.
Yeah, I'm not. I haven't seen that episode.
That's right. Okay, that's right. I should have gone to you first. I always. I'm off the game.
Better that you didn't go to him first.
It worked. It worked well. I was very happy with it.
Well, you got to read the comment then.
Lightning bolt.
Bam.
Alex already read that one.
Couldn't have.
Oh, sorry, I didn't. No, sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
I just said it better myself. Well, before you get out of here, Jeff.
Los Angeles 4184. Shout out to you, big dog.
Shout outs. Jeff, before you get out of here, you want to tell people where they can find you on the interwebs?
Sure thing. You can always try and scut me, Don Cheadle's driveway at littlediggy2.com. It's because of hackers. Yep. You can try and find Jeff Madel on Facebook, at MadelJeff on Instagram. But as usual, the easiest way is to just be here on a Monday night and listen to me not watch the shows.
Hello.
All right, man. Well,
good night, guys.
Go outside, nerd. Get out. Go. I ain't got time to be distracted by your worthless chime-ins. Go.
Jeff is under contract, and his contract says that he cannot be here for anything not comic related. Or he doesn't have to be here, or can't be here. Which one is it?
It's both.
It's like, you can't be here.
We should have never agreed to write the contract in crayon.
Should have never gave these.
But yeah, then later on, Stefan agrees to fight for Dunk, and Egg notifies him that Darian, Maekar, and the Kingsguard will fight for Arian. Darian apologizes to Dunk and promises to intentionally fall for him from his horse. So, yeah, at least he knows that one of these guys is not going to be a threat, but he's still got 6 other people to deal with, and he's still got to build his roster. Even like, as we mentioned, this is still just like a half-hour episode. I like the way that they built up the tension of him building his roster. It's like, oh, it looks like he's got almost everybody he needs, but maybe just one more. But then when we get later on, we see that he doesn't even have the one person that he thought he had.
Boy, you basically get these people from the people you didn't get from the guy who said he got you.
Yeah, it was just like incredibly well-paced drama, in my opinion. Bill, did you like the way that this all like sort of turned out, especially the surprising end?
Well, for me, wasn't surprising, but I really enjoyed it because, like we mentioned last week, this shit is like almost beat for beat the entire book. Which, like that's right. Yeah, that's why I said they've done such a really good job of spreading this out without it feeling like I'm watching a filler episode. But warning! I believe the next episode is going to be a big filler episode, and it will be I'm not spoiling anything, but it will be like a backstory episode. It's either going to be this one or the last one.
Oh, okay.
It'll be the next episode, which is the penultimate episode, if I'm not mistaken, and then it'll be the last episode of the season.
Our researcher Jeff, I wish he was still here because he could tell us how many episodes we got. You shouldn't have never asked him what he thought about the show. right?
You want to keep Jeff around, just don't ask him if you. If you
Here, let me see how many episodes we got. Episode guide. Okay, so there's gonna be shit. It just says how many episodes there are now.
6.
6. Wait, 6?
yeah, I knew it.
The
Yeah.
next episode,
The next episode is the penultimate episode.
it's the 70 last episode tomorrow. I mean, or next week. Okay, that's interesting. All right. So, and you said like you feel like that one's gonna be a filler. Does
I'm saying maybe people might feel like it's a filler. I don't quite know because there is no flashback of his story in this story in the book.
Mhm.
So I really can't tell you what. I just know that we've seen in the trailers there's been like pictures of young him. I mean videos of young him, you know, clips of him. So I can't speak to
right.
some of the flashbacks we've seen with him with Aaron, his master, his previous master,
Mhm.
the Nite.
Mhm.
Kind of
Armin of Penny Tree.
Armin, yeah. Some of those have been basically kind of accurate as like how he talks to himself, how Duncan talks to himself
Mhm.
through, and clearly you can't hear monologues. So some of those quick flashbacks that we've seen, they're kind of reminiscent of like actually what he's actually thought. So in those points in the book, so that's what I'm saying. Like there's things that they're probably going to do at this point that are some of it probably is going to come from other books to kind of mix and match and make this shit a little longer than what could have just been an hour and 45-minute movie.
How are you guys liking Dunk's the actor who's playing Dunk's performance? Because I'm really liking him. Is this like who you guys would have pictured when you were reading?
Simulation percent said boo.
No, not at all. Like I said, this dude's face looks too old to be Dunk. I mean, he's the proper size, like at least wide shoulder, but no, they should have used some little de-aging on him a little bit.
But what say you of his spirit?
Also, yeah, no, I think he got the spirit of the character down, though. I think he has, but like look wise, not particularly. Acting wise, yeah. Well, the soul of the character, yes.
Yeah.
It's not the true physical embodiment. Also, what I noticed going back, that actor actually has real long hair and doesn't have short hair. And in the book, Dunk has long hair. He doesn't have short hair. So I thought that was a little a strange twist that they did.
I'm gonna, yeah, I think there's.
But he looks older with long hair, though. Like the actor looks older with long hair. So
yes, and remember, they're supposed to be doing multiple seasons of this, and so I think they're using that to their advantage. I think they are cutting his hair so that it can grow as his character grows, because like Duncan has like a beard later in his life. So I think they're kind of like gonna just grow into these characters. And right now he kind of slouches. And I think that as this character builds, he'll sit more proud, you know, because he's gonna have accomplished more and gotten to and ascended because of his, you know, being an actual good guy. And like it's actually kind of like why I've always said this is this is a beautiful story as opposed to the fucking Game of Thrones, like all that shit is just terrible shit. Nothing good ever happens ever. Like you know, something good happened and actually no, it's terrible.
It's funny that you say that because there was a line that's one of the characters said. I think it was it wasn't the shield maker, but somebody said it was actually ironically is Stefron who ended up betraying Dunk, but he says I do not know why tragedy so oft follows behind honorable men. And it's just like
trying to sound like Shakespeare. Sorry.
And it's just like when I heard that line, I was like, made me think about just like all these honorable men like Ned Stark in Game of Thrones who always just get like the wrong end of the sword.
I mean, wrong end of the sword.
Yeah, also true. But yeah, like it feels like this is a lot more of an optimistic story in the Game of Thrones universe, and I'm digging it so far. And as we see at the end of this episode, Dunk appeals to the crowd's honor, and then Baelor declares that he will fight.
Before we jump to the end, like we got to talk about the way we got here. Like he has a big conversation with
Baelor.
Prince Baelor.
Oh yeah,
very important. Like he, in my opinion, he's talking plain with the future king,
the crown prince. He's
you know what I'm saying? He's
the crown prince.
And at this point, indirectly or directly, has talked with multiple royals as one-on-one mutuals equals by way of their doing, not by his own doing or assuming. And he has their respect like mad early in this entire story. And now even
Baratheon, that's like he's super rich. He's a Baratheon.
He's actually a cousin of the Targaryens. He literally never has to do anything you tell him to do. Mm-hmm. He's one of those types of untouchable people. And this is actually like a mix, a gathering of the untouchables, basically. They're all horny for blood and battle because this is a time of peace, a time of peace that's existed for a long time after a lot of bloody wars and more to actually come. This
is like what, 15 years before this.
Right now, they're in between the first Blackfire Rebellion and what they don't know will be another Blackfire Rebellion.
Right.
What was it like 10? Was it like 10 years before this?
This is like 10 years, 12 years. I think it's 12 years before. Mm-hmm. It's like, don't ask me why I know.
Which is the next story they should have done instead of House of the fucking Dragon. They should have did the Blackfire Rebellion.
No, I think they had. No, in my opinion, they should have done Aegon's Conquered. Like, let's just if we're gonna do if we're gonna get there, let's get there. Like Aegon.
Yeah, you should have if you're gonna start at the end, go directly to the beginning, not pick up these middle stories. If
you're gonna pick up middle stories, it's ones like this show, right?
Yeah, this one is a good one. And then if you're gonna throw another fucking middle show at me, show me when Barristan Selmy takes down the Laughing Knight.
But that goes into the dark ages, if you will. Like it's all dark times. It's no good times.
I like the show more because it's shorter, it's concise, and it's not jumping around to so many goddamn characters. Like you have a lot of characters, but damn, I don't need to hear about every single fucking one of them and have them monologue and talk to me and feel like what they're doing. No, they're not important. Stick with these couple characters, 2-3 characters, and go with them. And that's
not to talk too much about the Game of Thrones and stuff, but like that's why I did really appreciate their writing and made me really appreciate the show going into it, because that's an incredibly difficult thing to do, is make a show good by having while having multiple characters, especially as many as they did, and you're trying to keep up with storylines and names and shit. Like they did a great job with doing that. But anyway, this show is also doing a great job. And I just wanted to talk about that scene because I just felt like, like we've talked about already.
That was a really great scene.
Go into it a bit longer, because let's break this down. That he wasn't that mad that he popped his nephew in the fucking mouth at all. He wasn't mad that he knew his nephew needed to have his shit clocked in one time, but that was not Dunk's job to do that. Mm-hmm. He needed to tell, and that's why he was yelling at Aegon. He was like, Aegon, why the fuck didn't you just tell me to go get your little fucking brother? Because I could have got him. This man ain't supposed to be touching the royal like that. Now you didn't fuck him up, because I gotta press charges on this nigga.
Aegon was right though. There wasn't any time, because that bitch would have been
really wasn't any time. But
you're right, and he was right. Like, and I think he was also just really mad. Like, the only thing he's mad at is Duncan. And he's mad at the situation, not necessarily Duncan. That's what I meant. Yeah. Because he's like, motherfucker, why did you do this shit? Because now I got to kill you.
Like, I gotta punish you.
Look, now I got
to kill him though. He doesn't have to kill him. He said
that's why he said that's why I changed it.
Take off your hand, and then he was like, oh, and you kicked him too.
Damn, gotta take your foot.
Gotta take your foot too.
You got diabetes anyway. Diabetes in your family. This gout really your feelings. They was gonna have to take it anyway. You don't need that foot.
If you have a gouty foot, we'll get rid of that one.
You don't need
Yeah, I did like the camaraderie between Baylor and Dunk, and just like like to your point, Baylor is like giving him game. He's like, you need to do the fucking trial of combat, or at least we don't hear him tell him that, but we assume after he says, "What kind of knight are you?"
Ooh-wee. This nigga got some $1 million words, don't he?
He's like, okay, that's cool now, but can you fight? Well, I could. No, nigga. Can you fight? Because if you can fight, I got something for you.
what kind of knight are you?
But how did y'all like the shield? The shield that he has that represents. What y'all think about that?
It's all right.
Hold on 2 seconds. I want to see if this is the scene that I'm thinking about right here.
If it was the Andos.
Yeah, this nigga was like, what the fuck is the goddamn the hell are we talking about in this bitch?
What?
I'm glad. I'm glad that somebody said it.
Because I just want to pull. I thought
it was hilarious, and most importantly, I just like how you gonna figure out why they never done this shit again. They will never do this shit. And it's like, no more trial by sevens. We cannot have this shit go down again.
It is another form of trial by combat.
Yes.
Oh man, I was off. He said that shit like
both him saying, "What the fuck is
that
this
is my right,
trial by seven?"
What the fuck is a trial of 7?
Across the narrow seas of the Andos, and there's 7 gods.
Oh, if it was the Andos.
This is looking don't know.
Well,
it just shows that like this kingdom is just the same as it was before in all the other shows before, like the Targaryens, and or at least a lot of them end up being either crazy or just assholes who don't know shit. And what's his name? Malar. What's his name? Makar. Man, that name.
He's named after a very bad dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's named after the worst emperor or worst king that they've ever had. He was more of an emperor than a king.
His you know how they all got like unlikely, the trustworthy, the brave. His was the fucking cruel. That was his title. The cruel.
But he is the funniest.
He might be the funniest, but you know what? He's also the best, like one of the best in battle. Like he is he is a badass. That is where he sits as far as like, but he ain't, he's the brawn. He ain't the brain.
Okay, I mean, see how things go next week. Foreshadowing. Any final thoughts on this episode before we close things out?
I had one.
We got to talk about what happened at the end. Well, the one
when Prince Baylor showed up is that they didn't in the book. They kind of make it more of a little bit of a mystery of who's in the dragon armor, because that armor that he's wearing is actually his son's armor. So people think, oh shit, it's the Prince, the little prince. Oh shit. And then like when he takes off his mask, he's all like, what up, y'all? I forgot to bring my armor, so I had to borrow my son's. Let's get to it. And that's when like Maker's all like, you're my fucking bro. What the fuck you doing, bro? And he's like, holding up a knight's duty, bitch.
I just want to point out here that this was a way of them trying to tease while you were listening to Dunk give his speech next to the princess here. You don't see anyone. That's where the king is supposed. I mean, that's where Baylor is supposed to be, but he's not there. And they did a real good job of kind of letting you hang on. Like anybody who read the book and knew what was going on knew if they saw that scene, if they recognized that, you knew, oh shit, it's about to go down. But if you didn't know, you could still it still gives you this like, wait a minute. Is that motherfucker finna like who? Wait a minute. Where is he at right now? Like, what's going down? But yeah, they do a really good job in this one.
It's funny that you say that because it's just like artist interpretation of art. Because I was looking at like her in this moment and just thinking about that small interaction that she had with Dunk, and just like thinking about how he does just like sort of exude this like honor and righteousness
You got
that
that
he
nice
just, like
aura.
he's got that glow. He just like sort of touches people, and like it was just showing how like he like in that short moment that he even like made an impact on her.
I mean,
It's cool like how you saw it differently, like knowing like about the book and everything.
Yeah, man. Like I said, man.
I ate that Foss away, and then I really like that Foss away. How confusing is that?
Mm.
The cousin Fossaways.
What about the cousin Fossaways?
Like I hate one Fossaway and I like the other Fossaway.
Yeah,
without knowing who the fuck I'm talking about, you'd be like, who the fuck? What?
I thought I liked them both, and then then one of them turned out to be an asshole.
I forgot that in the book. I was like, no, there's something happened. I was like, there's some reason why I don't like the Fossaways. Why I don't like the Fossaways. There's something shady about them.
Treacherous theme. Treacherous theme.
I'm talking about I'm gonna be a lord now. I'm gonna be a lord.
Alex, let me ask you a question before we get out of here, man. Did you what do you got feelings about what's going on next? Just as a person who hadn't read the book.
Oh, I'm hyped. Like I like when at some point like I checked the timestamp and I was like, we're definitely not about to get like the actual fight in this episode. But I was really happy about like the way things wrapped up. Like it was very satisfying seeing Baylor ride up, and it just made sense because, like you guys said, he never seemed like he was fully on board for all this shit. He was trying to do everything he could to prevent this. But yeah, like I'm excited to see like how everything's gonna turn out next episode. Like who is going to actually like pull punches? Like, as you don't necessarily have to fight to the death if you don't.
Who do you think has plot armor?
Oh,
Because me and Bill know who has the plot armor and who doesn't.
I mean, Dunk is like the only person that I know that has plot armor, but I would say
who has plot armor.
Maybe Baratheon. And I love that guy. I would say I'm not gonna look at anybody's faces because I don't want to see anybody.
Yeah, I'm kind of like not making any faces as you
maybe like I would say Baratheon, maybe a little.
Not even. Maybe, I don't even know niggas' names.
Maybe a little. I don't know niggas' names either. I just remember the dude was Baratheon because he had the antlers, like the dope ass antlers. Why don't nobody?
Context clue.
The best antlers.
No, I remember what's his name had it in the Game of Thrones, the gay brother.
But it wasn't as tall. It was
what is that? Is it tight? No, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Man, he was young. He was still young.
He looked like he choked out Bambi for them damn antlers. Like choked out a mystical deer.
He was a baby brother. He was a baby brother. Yeah, no, this nigga cut down a motherfucking moose. This nigga big ass.
Right? Like, goddamn. Well, at first, I kind of thought they were like gaudy and dumb, but the more I see it on his head, I'm kind of like, I fuck with them.
I kind of want one now.
Girl, me.
But yeah,
his armor looks even
better.
Like when he
armor,
has the metal ones on, they look even better. I'm like, oh god.
So you said plot armor for Baratheon, clearly Duncan, and what was it? You get one more. Nigga.
I would say maybe a little baby Foss, maybe baby Apple, yeah.
Baby Apple.
Baby Apple?
Yeah, I'll say baby Apple. Baby Apple and Baratheon.
Their house, the bad cousin is a red apple, and the good cousin is a green apple. If you want to call them red and green apple, and green apples are fucking better. So
he's a bad seed, Sir Stephen.
I'm gonna go with
be able to remember his name for pretty obvious reasons, Alex. But his name's Sir Stephen, but he is a bad seed. I don't know how many apple jokes I got a motherfucking drop.
I'm gonna go with bad apple and baby apple. That's how I'm gonna
bad seed.
But
this is how I'm gonna remember it.
Granny Smith and Macintosh.
Granny Smith and Macintosh.
But there's a good line in the
Guys,
book
let us
when
know
he
in the
says, when
comments
he
what you
changes his
think.
color shield. He's like, I painted it green, and, you know, it's not as quite as right, but I want to distinguish myself from my cousin. And it's like, well, at least it ain't rotten with worms, bro. So who cares?
This is not rotten with worms. Guys, let us know in the chat what you think the best.
Commercial!
Have you ever had the thought, hey,
After these messages, we'll be right back.
have you ever watched a movie from your childhood that doesn't quite hold up like you remember? Well, you would enjoy our monthly series, Does It Hold Up? Where we revisit classic genre films with a special guest to help us determine if they're as good or as bad as we remember. It's a whole lot of fun, so you should check it out.
Please check out the Drunk Banthas channel. They clearly are ready for being seen at a higher level.
Back to the show.
Yeah, definitely check out the Does It Hold Up? We had episode we talked about we talked about Balls of Fury in January, and we're going to be talking about Steel for Black
What are we
History.
talking about with Terry? Terry, you doing?
Don't
I have to
know.
look at the list. I've only done one in the past, but I've been watching this other dude's YouTube channel for a bit that's been coming up, and he's been showing me a lot of movies that I think we need to do from the 90s and 80s. I'm going to show you a couple of them because there was an animated film called Delgado, and apparently it was a massive fucking train wreck in the box office, and it had some big names when it came out who were doing the voices, and I was like, I never heard of this shit. It was in the late 90s.
You know what?
Delicious
That's actually a
garbage.
podcast that I wanted to do, and I've been talking about Alex. Another show that I've been wanting to do with Alex. I'm turning the music off. It's called, and I want. That's what I wanted. That's actually the perfect. I've just been trying to figure out a name for it, and you just said it. I never heard of this shit. Like that is the perfect name for our new podcast on our new show on Nerds at Night on YouTube.
I never heard of this shit.
I know Simulation Presents ain't talking about that's a dope. You've heard of this shit? 'Cause I ain't never heard of this shit.
That's a dope. Of course, Simulation Presents has heard of this movie.
He done lit up. You done said this terrible old fucking movie, and he done lit up.
Now he's so excited.
What was that one that we saw, Alex, with the women who were like the Playboy models looking bitches that were action heroes and shit with the dudes? Oh man, I'll find it.
Yeah,
I know
what you're talking about.
It's called
But before we get out of here, T, do you want to tell people where they can find you on the interwebs?
Of course, they can find me at my Instagram, TPensCo. And if you are in the Denver, Aurora metro area this weekend, if you haven't gotten that significant other of yours a Valentine's Day gift, or you want to take him shopping for the Valentine's Day, then you can find me at the Valentine's Market, presented by Denver Community Pop-Ups. We're going to be at 3899 North Jackson Street, Building 4, from 4 to 9, Valentine's Day, and then Valentine's morning, 10 to 3. So if you got two boos that you need to be with, bring them both. I swear, I will not rat you out. Right. Get her some pens. Get him some pens. Get them some pens. Vendors there with a whole bunch of all kinds of cool shit. Like I met a whole bunch of people for artists that I want to work with personally. I ended up buying some art when I was there. That's the bad part about vending is that you're trying to make money, but then you go talk to the other vendors and then you're like, damn, dude, you make some fire shit. I just think this $30 is back on you, baby. But,
hey, 'tis the season to be pleased and go out there and get yourself a gift for a significant other. Go ahead and look in the video description for links to Producer T's.
T, send us the link for everything you just said so we can make sure we put it in the description. And yeah, we'll get everybody clickly clow.
Click clow. Bill, where can the people find you on the interwebs?
And you can stalk me in various places on the interwebs. You can find me right here every Thursday at 8:15 p.m. Pacific time, right here on the Bantha Bunch Show. Wait, can I do this? Yeah, every Thursday, 8:15 p.m. Pacific time on the Bantha Bunch Show, where we talk about whatever the fuck I feel like. This week, we're going to be talking about Fallout Season 2. Season finale. It was episode 8. Yeah. So,
almost caught up. I got to the part where they killed that motherfucker Kamal and Johnny. Oh, it gave me a boner.
I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody, but shout out to everybody who's always hanging out with us over there. Shout out to Film Age, shout out to Laura, shout out to Othelius, shout out to Gers and Purge, shout out to Fifth Banthas. So
and shout out to all you guys who are watching right now. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching the Drunk Banthas podcast. We do this every Monday at 8 p.m. Pacific time, but don't forget to watch us. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you can get updates on new videos. Check us out on Twitter, IG, TikTok, Letterboxd, likewise, all the new internet things at the Drunk Banthas. Until next time, stay safe, my little beauties, and may the force be with you.
Push the goddamn button. Push the goddamn button.
You heard what she said.